Peter Psquare continues to clarify himself of the accusation of arresting his twin brother, Good Boy. I never attempted or tried to use EFCC to arrest my twin brother, Paul. Before I tell you the whole story, here is what I need you all to understand. It's always surprising to me when people say bringing their family matters to the public eye. Let me clarify this. P-Square is not just a family, it's a public brand. But Peter, Paul, Jude, Anita, Ifoma, Lola, and the rest of our family members are family. But P-Square is an entity that belongs to the public as much as it does belong to us. Our fans have played a significant role in our success, so they have the right to know what's happening with their beloved brand P-Square. That's why it's understandable when certain aspects of our lives are shared publicly. Now let's get straight to the point. I want to make it clear that I never reported my twin brother Paul to the EFCC. I know many of you were disappointed when Paul accused me of doing so. He mentioned that I wrote a petition against him, which he claimed made the EFCC to ask him to provide a shorty. This statement suggests that he was detained, which is not true. Peter, Paul, and Jude own a management company together called Northside Entertainment, which we use to manage all of P-Square's affairs. One day I discovered another company with a similar name, but this one was called Northside Music instead of Northside Entertainment. This surprised me, so I decided to investigate further. And guess what? To my shock, the founders and directors of this secret company were none other than Jude Okoye and his wife Ifeoma Okoye, and the registered address was the family home of Jude's wife. Still in shock, I knew I had to talk to Paul about it. I approached him multiple times, at least 4 different times, asking if he knew anything about this secret company and the whereabouts of some of P-Square's royalty. Each time I met with him, he denied knowing anything about it. I want to set the record straight. I hereby challenge Paul or anyone else to show any petition that I, Peter Okoye, ever submitted against my twin brother Paul or that has Paul's name on it. I'm still writing this with so much shock because I gave clear instructions to my legal team with a standing order with that under no circumstances should Paul be included in my petition. Their focus was to remain solely on the primary suspect, Jude Okoye and his wife Ifeoma Okoye, since they were the directors of the secret company Northside Music. Paul's recent interview about the EFCC incident contains a lot of lies. I watched and listened to Paul's interview. I was totally speechless and I kept asking myself, how does Paul have the audacity to publicly tell lies like this, even with a respected and reputable agency like the EFCC? He claims I petitioned him, but that's not something that ever happened to Paul. The truth is, this was something that eventually happened to Jude. The real story goes back to the shocking discovery I made. But what really got me very upset was finding out that for years, millions of dollars and hundreds of millions of naira were being secretly diverted into this secret company's account, Northside Music, from our own company, Northside Entertainment. This was not just a minor issue, it was a massive betrayal that had been going on for. I understand that Paul is angry because I took this matter to the EFCC. I understand why. However, bearing in mind that I have met Paul and Jude separately and tried to discuss this matter, and it yielded me with no positive answer. In fact, the last time I approached Paul, the conversation got heated up and he said, and I quote, "Peter, go and do your worst." At this stage, I was left with no other choice but to report to the authorities and take legal actions. Jude was then detained after being questioned. He came clean and admitted he had been diverting millions and millions of dollars of our money to the secret account. Wow. The secret account company that he and his wife were the director of. All of Jude's bank accounts were immediately frozen. He was eventually released on bail after he managed to provide a surety and met the other bail conditions. Meanwhile, further investigations are still going on up till now. Paul's name was never mentioned in the petition because he was never a director of the secret company, unless there is something he is hiding from all of us. Paul was only invited for questioning, just like Jason and Joko of Iroko TV, Amaju, Pinok, and the others who had transactional dealings with Northside Music. The EFCC investigation found out that Northside Music had been secretly collecting P-Square's royalty over. Does that mean that Jude has a questionable character? Because I've been deciding him. And people have come out to accuse him now, Mr. Medi, Cynthia Morgan. And me, I've been thinking that, okay, maybe these people were just, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. One moment. Let's continue. This royalty money were sent to a bureau de change, then transferred to Jude's personal bank account. A closer look at Jude's account statement revealed that once the money entered his personal account, there were multiple transactions where he was splitting the funds equally with Paul, without Peter. This naturally led to some questions. After Jude confessed to diverting the funds, he also told the EFCC that the money he had been sending to Paul for several years wasn't about sharing money behind Peter's back. Instead, it was money he owed Paul from the sale of their house in America, which he was gradually paying back the loan. This is the reason why Paul has been telling everyone that EFCC cleared him. This guy is justified though, if you ask him. As if I ever wanted him to get into trouble with the EFCC. The story is very long, but I will tell it all in due time. For now, I will stop here until the EFCC sends the final report to my legal team. Once that happens, before heading to the law court. Where? Hey, the legal court though. This matter not be here, oh. But this guy is justified though. Come on now. This is a lot. I will make the exact petition that doesn't include Paul's name public. I will also release the EFCC final report, receipts, and other documents related to this secret company, including a CAC registration. For those who don't know, CAC is Corporate Affairs Commission. Bank transactions and bank statements that Jude set up with his wife, Ifoma Okoye. May God help us all. Porio. If all these allegations, as alleged by Mr. P, turns out to be true, then I think that Rude Boy might be an accomplice. Hear me out. I think that Jude already knows that if investigations are carried out and it turns out he's found guilty, then he might need to refund everything or even pay damages. So those other money that he gave Paul is just the ones that he's going to bank on. So maybe that's why he's not putting Paul amongst as his accomplice. Because how else? Why else will Rude Boy, which is Paul, be angry or be putting himself in a position as though he was the one that was petitioned against and he was the one that was arrested? I think that he might be an accomplice. And I wanted to say, do you remember that in Anita's divorce petition, that's Rude Boy's ex-wife, that she stated that he cheated her out of the shopping complex that he was building, even after she gave him 10 million naira, and the agreement was that he was going to give her a store inside to continue her, she had a kids clothing brand. That was before she just left everything, relocated to America, and then they got divorced. Now I found that they have unfollowed each other. That's Anita unfollowed them, Rude Boy also unfollowed her on Instagram, and look what she posted this just today. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I'm not saying that she's shading anybody. I'm just showing you what she posted though, just in case you want to, if they are connecting. I don't know. There's always an iota of truth in every rumor. So, anyways, thank you for watching. We'll follow the story as it unfolds. I'll be here to bring you more details. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Bye.